When you've created a website, you naturally want it to be indexed by search engines and get as high a ranking as possible. In the early days of the web, search engines relied a lot on keywords and other information in the head of each web page. Nowadays, they're more interested in the text in the page. A good logical structure with relevant headings. Images with alternate text or captions. And good internal links and incoming links. Still, it can be useful to add a description in the head of your page, because if you do so, it's normally used by search engines when they list the page. To insert a description, go to the Insert panel and select Common from the menu at the top. Then about halfway down, there's the option for Head. Now, I've already inserted a description, so Dreamweaver remembers that option. But the first time that you use this menu, you get this little sub-menu, and it's description that you want. That opens this dialog box, and the size of the text field gives you a clue that you shouldn't be writing an essay. A description should be relatively short, say no more than about 20 words. It's going to be used by the search engine, and they want just a short bit to put in the results page. So I'm going to add my description in here. So that's actually 17 words. It fits very nicely inside that text field there. I think that's fine as a description, so just click OK. And then if you open Split View, you can see that that description has been added just before the closing head tag. It's inside a meta tag. The name is description, and the content is the text that I inserted in that dialog box. In the version of Dreamweaver CC that I'm using, the only way to edit a description is to open Code View and actually edit the underlying code. If you select Description again in the Insert panel, you get an empty dialog box and it actually inserts a second description, which is definitely not what you want. But I understand that this behavior is due to change in future versions of Dreamweaver CC. What will happen is that the dialog box will search for an existing description and will load it into the dialog box for editing. So if you get an empty dialog box, make sure that you're not accidentally inserting a duplicate description in the top of the page. One other thing to be careful about is that the focus must be in Design View when you insert a description. If the focus happens to be in Code View, the description will be inserted wherever your insertion point happens to be at the time. So if you prefer to work in Code View, make sure that your insertion point is inside the head when you select description. So that's all there is to inserting a description in a web page. Make sure that it's short and sweet, no more than about 20 words.